There are many different ways to farm kills in Survivorio, but I want to go over two different strategies today. The first one is remaining stationary and letting the enemy come to you. And the second one is where you run in a straight line and try to kill as many enemies as you can, usually as quickly as you can. Let's go over a few of the basics before getting into the two popular strategies used by most players. Chapter 4 is known as one of the best, if not the best chapters to farm kills in, as it is the first vertical chapter in the game. Vertical chapters appear to be the easiest to farm for kills in due to the close proximity and ability to know where every unit will spawn. Shiny wrist guards have a skill that unlocks when they reach an excellent purple grade that causes a minor explosion when a monster dies. I love these gloves like family and have mentioned them in many videos. They're great. This excellent grade skill is like a poison effect. It can neutralize hordes of monsters instantly. It reminds me of Ivy and the Plague Doctor in Rush Royale. And while we're talking about equipment, an excellent grade trendy charm necklace is a great choice to use in some instances. It can decrease cooldown by up to 10%. The metal neckguard is also a great necklace. An excellent grade metal neckguard increases the first passive skill you choose in battle by 30%, so you can drastically increase things like range and overtime duration. If you want to farm kills, then a passive skill like Oil Bond may not be useful, so look for these skills to potentially obtain more kills. The Ammo Thruster will increase bullet flight speed, the Energy Cube will decrease cooldown, HE Fuel will increase range, allowing you to potentially hit more targets further away and off screen, and the Exo Bracer will increase the overtime effect duration, which allows things like bricks to remain in the air longer. This alongside HE Fuel can also help you hit targets off screen. Regardless of your approach, the RPG and Shark Gun have the potential to obtain the most damage. They will continuously fly towards the enemy, dealing damage to multiple targets on impact. And if you have the High Maintainer, you can decrease the cooldown. Now let's get into the strategies. Strategy 1 is where you run in a straight line on a vertical level, either up or down. And here are a few things we found while doing some tests. A lot of players believe that increasing movement speed will help you get more kills. And this is certainly possible, but it's not always necessary. If you want to increase your movement speed, equip gear that will increase your speed like Eternal Boots, and maybe an excellent waist sensor, epic army belt, and excellent grade and above metal neckguard with the movement speed passive skill chosen as the first skill. The RPG and Molotov are probably the best skills to use if you are powerful enough to take down every monster in front of you, followed by the brick, lightning emitter, drill shot, soccer ball, and others. The RPG will continuously fire toward the enemy, causing damage to multiple targets, including targets that may be off the screen. The lightning emitter and brick are also two great skills that can hit targets off screen. Just like with the RPG, the Molotov is great if you plan to run and can kill every monster in front of you. The cooldown and delay of the cooldown of the Molotov and fuel barrel will cause the flames to land perfectly behind you and hit monsters as they spawn. If you have the energy diffuser, the flames will spread, potentially hitting more monsters. When it comes to using other skills, it really depends on the player. I personally could just use the RPG and Molotov without much thought of a weapon and other skills being used, and could easily get over 170,000 kills. But every player is different, so if you are at a different point in the game and need to constantly fight enemies around your hero, then skills like the Guardian and Force Field can be very effective. The best weapons to use when running are the Kunai, Shotgun, and Revolver. They just seem to hit more targets easier in the distance, and we've tested every weapon so many times there's just no other outcome. The Kunai automatically targets enemies in the distance, making it easy to run in a straight line. The Shotgun may require you to move back and forth across one side of the screen while running to ensure every monster in its path is killed, but it's still a great weapon to use. And the Revolver is great. It can also hit a lot of enemies in the distance, but requires manual targeting. When it comes to looting and leveling up, I personally didn't find it necessary to obtain looting passive skills over skills that will buff my hero. But if you need to loot faster and level up your hero faster, it may be necessary to. I found running in a straight line and occasionally opening chests and grabbing magnets to be effective. You can also try looting for the first 3 or 5 minutes before deciding to run in a direction. In addition, it really doesn't matter if you run up or down. We tested which direction was the best to run so many times for so long. We once thought it was up, we once thought it was down, and we decided that it really doesn't matter. I personally have obtained the most kills running down as opposed to up, but my second most is up. The second strategy is to stand still and remain stationary, like a statue. Let the enemy come to you and fight them while you watch TV or something. This is actually a really good casual way to farm kills, and you can get the same amount of kills as as you could using any strategy out there. But it also might depend on the user. Of course, the stronger you are, the more kills you can get. And if you don't have enough HP, attack, or skills, you may find yourself getting overwhelmed. When utilizing this strategy, you may want to loot first, get the right skills, level up your skills, and find a nice place to squat, perhaps around some magnets to bring loot towards you. Unless you need the firepower to defeat enemies in your area, skills like the Molotov, Guardian, and Force Field are not necessary. You can potentially get the most kills by using skills that can defeat enemies in the distance and fly off the screen like the RPG, Lightning Emitter, and Brick. The best weapon to use while standing still is the kunai, but any weapon can really be used here. It really all depends on which skills are selected. The kunai is like a cheat code compared to other weapons, in that it has automatic aiming abilities and will automatically hit targets in the distance. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions or tips you would like to talk about, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks again, smash like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.